Okay, hello everyone. Today's July 12th, 2020, and this reading is for Lana with Touched by Tarot. She has an awesome channel. I recommend everyone watch her, subscribe, and watch her videos. And I'll do more videos based on your questions if I can. I do my best with them. Some of them I can't answer, but I will always try, and just let me know in the comment section what your question is, and also whether you'd like to remain, anonymous when I do the video, or if you want to do that, just, if you want to remain anonymous, period, you can email it to me, and that link is down there in the description section. Okay, so this reading is devoted to Joe Biden. And so I did a meditation first in SAD and asked, will he definitely win the 2020 election? And yeah, the answer was yes, but you guys vote. No matter what I say, never take my word for it, always vote. Exercise your free will, make your choices and vote. But I did get that he would win and that he would be sworn in at the inauguration, January 20th, 2021. So the rest of the question, or Lana's main question, was, will he make it through the first term? And so, feeling into it, I felt like he was kind of heavy in his heart and his soul, like he's really taking on a mantle of responsibility. So I think I'm going to take a little different track with the question using the tarot, using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris-Anne. And I'm going to ask to be shown, just going to use a free form instead of different areas. I'll let the cards just talk to me. And my question is, what's his first term? What will his first term be like for him? What will he experience? And then we'll see if there are decisions that come up. And we'll just go from there. So, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. So 2021, after January 2021. And it might just be that I just get the first year. We'll see. Sometimes timing is, well, it's not really. It's not hard, but let's see what I get. Okay. First I'm going to draw 5 cards. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Okay. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, so the first card we get is the King of Wands. Make sure that, they get the glare. Oops. There you go. Look at that. King of Wands. So, of course, he's about taking charge. Or, I'm sorry, what am I saying? It's a knight. No, it is the king. That's right. Yeah, that's right, because check out the lion in the back. So, okay, so this is him in his passion to make a difference, and his power behind him. Notice the lion. He's got his staff, and on his chest we have the sorry, I'm having a hard time holding this still. On his chest, on his t-shirt, notice the salamander, which has all to do with regeneration and renewal. So he's on a path to make a difference and make things right, get things back on track. That's really beautiful. I love that. Okay, and then, oh yeah, and check out, I couldn't see in the light there because of, I'm looking like straight into a window here and it's kind of blaring light, but check out the torch, man. Awesome. Okay, so he's got the torch, he's carrying it forward. A big part of what he's going to work on is getting the economy back on track, creating stronger boundaries. And, I'll do some readings later on, once he selects his vice president. But I'm getting right now that this has to do with his, pulling in like the purse strings, like, like no, we're going to invest here and here and here, and we're going to make sure that the people have what they need. This isn't going to be like a holding on to what's good for the the higher ups. This is going to bring it in. It's going to bring the energy in. He's going to bring in the energy and consciousness of sustainability. Yeah, sustainability. And he's going to help us do the same thing. Like we may be going through the rest of this year and maybe even to next year, we may be going through a type of recession where we do need to focus on what matters us, to us most, and prioritize our resources. So that's definitely what the Four of Pentacles is all about. Four of Discs, Four of Coins, whatever you want to call it. And next we have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor rules over all of the kings. And the Emperor is all about a healthy father in the highest sense. And I really think that he's going to do his best. I really think that, he's gone through a lot of pain in his life. He lost his first wife and one or two children, I forget, in a car accident. So he's been through the ringer and back. And, well, there is no perfect, authority or leader, or politician, or anything on the planet. We're all perfect inside in our origins, but we are very imperfect as humans. That's just the way it is. Life isn't perfect either. But he's got everything he can to make the right moves. Like notice the pawn there. And he's going to do everything he can to look forward, like looking forward into the future and organizing reality in a way that will really shore up the United States and to get us in a much better position. So that's really wonderful. I like that. It's very long term, looking ahead, and notice like the spiritual energy that's above him coming down and helping him guide his hand in the right directions. So that's really good. And then what we have next is the Hangman. So he may be surrendered to the position. So because I have to always go back to the context of the question, it's like, will he make it through his first term? I think he's surrendered. I think power is going to come through him because based on the King of Wands and the Emperor, if we just take, hold on here, if we just take these cards together and bring in the energy and consciousness of the fact that this is a lot of power here, and you have to surrender to that much power to let it move through you and carry you, So I get that this, sorry about shaking the card around, that can be annoying. I get that this has to do with having, I believe, having women around him to help him surrender. For some reason, I'm just getting that. It's not necessarily a feminine card at all. But then again, in order to grow, we do have to surrender. We do have to open up to, bigger forces, the greater good of the whole. It can feel like a sacrifice. So, I'm feeling like this is probably moving in towards the end of the first term where it's like, oh goodness, this is a lot. He is older. He may have other things that he wants to accomplish. So that coupled with the fact that we have the High Priestess here, again, here we have this feminine energy. So he may surrender his. We may have a female president in 2024, and he may surrender. Yeah, I'm hearing that. That's exactly. I'm getting. I could be wrong because we're. I'm like 4 years ahead. That's a little challenging, but to get that right. But I am hearing that there will be a female that runs in 2024, or he will leave the term early, and the woman, because his short list, which is about 10 people so far, they're all women. There's not one man on that list. There are women of color, and there's Elizabeth Warren. I mean, everybody on that list I think I might be happy with. But anyway, this is a very feminine card. This is a card of tuning into your higher self, This is a card of, what's the right choice? This is a card of tapping in. What's the right choice? So it may be that he does surrender the rest of his term to a woman, and it may be that he's that he just feels he gets to a place where he feels in his soul that it's the right thing to do to let people carry things forward. Let me see if I can get anything else. Yeah, so the Three of Wands, where he feels into the place where, there we go, where it's an uncertain future, and he doesn't need to know the outcome in the highest sense of the word. He doesn't need to know the outcome. The wave is already there. The wave of integrity that's meant to come in and heal after the reign of Donald Trump and the GOP, who have been completely out of integrity. So it's a lot of work to get past that. And I think he's going to do as much as he can. And then it looks to me like he's going to let go. So I don't get that there's going to be a second term, and that was yeah, and I forgot. I did ask that question in meditation, and I did get that no, he would not run for a second term. So let me reshuffle, and let's ask, because I had Lana's beautiful question triggered a question in me, and I want to know what the 2020 election is going to be like for him. So this will be bringing us into, from today forward to let's do first up to November 3rd, or let's say 4th if it takes a while for things to get counted. Let's look at Joe Biden's experience, his professional. I don't need to go any personal, but just his professional life, his professional career. What will he be experiencing between now and the culminating vote, the awareness that he has actually won? Let's see what his experience will be like. What will his opportunities be? How will he meet those opportunities? I'm hearing 7 cards for this. Okay, so bear with me for a moment. And you guys have to let me know which way you like it better. Do you like it without seeing me and just having, because I honestly don't care either way, or would you rather have me use my, tabletop camera dropping straight down? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is here. You guys, let me know what you prefer, because it's not about me, it's about what helps you, and that's why I'm here. Okay. Wow, fantastic cards. A little challenging in the middle. So we have the Hermit, first off. Interesting. So this definitely could have to do with, it's kind of, well, just take it away there. I get the sense this has to do with the coronavirus, where he is feeling a little isolated, but he's like if we just go with the images here, he is having to give speeches, and there's no rallying. He's having to give things remotely. He's kind of like up on the mountaintop, having to speak from the mountaintop. This is not the normal way I would read the Hermit, but I'm going to go with a visual here on this one. So and it's good too, in the natural sense of the Hermit, where you have your own authority, and you're speaking from your own authority based on having gone through a lot of pain, a lot of challenges. It comes after the Strength card, so just in the natural order of the tarot. This is a gateway. This is, all the major arcana are gateways. So this is the gateway after going through, dealing with unconscious patterns and getting in touch with, knowing what you're consciously doing in life, and self-reflecting is what comes in here. There is self-reflection that comes in with the strength card as well. Because when you're here at the ninth card, at the hermit, you're coming from a place of your inner authority, and so you can speak from a different place. So that's why he had no problem coming out wearing a mask and speaking uh, remotely as well. The people made fun of him speaking from his basement, but that's just ridiculous. Being that he's being the healthy father energy that we did get before with the emperor. And so from there, he's going to do what's right and what's safe, because he's role modeling, right? I mean, a healthy father and a healthy mother, that most of all role models for their children. So the next card I get is the Knight of Wands. Now that is a lot of energy moving forward. The knights are action cards, and they go out, in whatever element. And this is the element of spirit, passion and spirit. So this is really cool to have these two together, coming from your inner authority and then putting yourself out there, marching to the beat of your own drum. So this is really wonderful. So this first, this is going forward is good. Now we have the Tower coming in, and this to me has to do with, on a spiritual level, I always look at it as a breakdown of the false self so that the real self can come through. But on a pure mundane level, for him, no, I'm not saying that he's not working from a spiritual level as well, but I am saying that this could be that he's having to break through. Like, he's in his own authority, and then he's marching to the beat of his own drum, and all of those who support him. And this card can definitely help with delegating. And then the Tower comes in and says, "Oh boy, we're having to work through a lot of reconstruction." I believe that he's going to be working towards some type of financial plan to help us get started in the right direction, even before he takes the oath. He's gonna work towards that. He's gonna work on healing where our society is breaking down, based on this pandemic that we're going through. So now with that, reconstruction, this goes with all the planets that are in retrograde right now, the big planets that are in retrograde. And, these are forces beyond our control, and we have to roll with them. We have to just do our best to get through it and try and make decisions that are based on the greater good for everyone. What is the greater good of the whole? And yeah, so from there, with that reconstructive type of energy, he's going to find that there's a lot about this campaign that is disappointing, but he's going to focus on the one or two things that matter most. That's what I'm getting from this card. And it might bring up some grief from the past, like this could be the awful campaign ads that Trump throws at him, and it gets him to come, bring his real self through it. Letting go of anything that he used to think that maybe he needed to, to be. To me, this card on a spiritual level is like, who do you think you need to be in order to be loved and approved of? And when you break through that false self, your real self comes through, and you're like, I'm just me. I'm just going to be me, because nobody else can do it. I'm the only me, right? So I think he's going to do that. And based on, having the Hermit preceding that, I definitely believe that's the case. But then, there's going to be disappointments thrown at him, and he's going to be like, oh my goodness, how can anybody be so dark? I think these are the feelings he's going to have about the Trump campaign against him. Yeah. So from there, this makes perfect sense. He's going to be balancing. He's going to be, throwing off the flack that's coming at him, and he's going to be focusing on what matters most. Okay, so that's very good. And then he's going to have all kinds of bonds, all kinds of loving partnerships around him, that he has delegated to that for people that he trusts the most. And I see this as being really, really helpful because what comes after, check this out, you guys, another major arcana, the magician. So the magician knows how to direct the energy and the flow to get to the greater to get to the greater accomplishment. This card is all about manifesting. So I think he's going to get better with his communication, and his message is going to get stronger and stronger, and then he will take his rightful place. So that's beautiful. That's all I'm getting for me, personally reading this. But you guys, there are so many of you out there that are so good at tarot and other modalities that, if you get more guidance around what I've dropped in here, feel free to leave comments because I love getting more. And then often once I quit the reading later on, I get, oh, that's what that card was really about. So that might happen too, and I'll leave comments if that happens. So, okay. But that's it, you guys. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back later. Okay, bye.